Once you have your first sales room template inside of Arrows, you can use it to quickly make rooms for new prospects. Here's an example of what one of those rooms can look like, with an introduction block, a team block, some information about the type of pricing, next steps and milestones, and even call recordings or your sales deck. You'll see something like this when you first create that template, and it's a blank canvas for you to start mapping out that information that you want to share with prospects. Information is shared in the form of blocks. When you come to add a block, you'll see an option for a number of different block types that you can add. As a quick example, we can add an introduction block to this room. Once any block is added, you can edit it to make it your own. Now here's that same welcome block with a little bit of an edited message. Once you feel good about that first block, start to add others. Some common ones we see that people start with are things like milestone blocks. This helps indicate the high-level progress to prospects. A next steps block, which might be used to fill out in real time when an AE understands what the next steps are. Plus, our Arrows AI intelligence can update both next steps and milestone blocks automatically for you. Links to things like case studies or general resources, and anything else that you might want to start a brand new room with. Keep in mind, once you start that room, you can always add additional blocks either directly into the room or from your pre-saved library. Speaking of a pre-saved library, when adding blocks to a template or a room, you do have the option to access blocks that you pre-build. These might be things that don't belong in the template for every single prospect, but your team will have access to pick and choose from and quickly add to rooms where it makes sense. You can also add sections to your rooms, which allow you to group blocks together and collapse them if needed. Once you have those starting blocks figured out, you can also adjust the access settings for your rooms. By default, we allow you to share rooms really easily, but you can require prospects to enter their name and email and even password protect rooms if it makes sense. You can also adjust some of the branding for your rooms by changing the main hex code color, updating your logo, and even customizing the banner at the top. Rooms are also designed to let you know when there is or isn't activity. You can adjust some of that at the template to indicate when you want a room to be marked as hot or engaged. We will be able to provide that activity level for you for each room inside of a property in HubSpot, as well as use it on the CRM cards and inside of the rooms page in Arrows to help you identify which of your rooms are getting activity versus which ones might need some more attention. And again, keep in mind, this template is just the starting point. Once you create a room, you can adjust anything we just talked about, from settings to adding blocks to removing blocks and everything in between. On the HubSpot side, when one of your deals actually has a room attached to it, you'll be able to see that information and activity directly on the CRM card on the deal. When there isn't a room attached, the CRM card is also the place that will allow you to quickly create a room and associate it directly with that deal inside of HubSpot. And once that room is live, the activity panel will give you insights into who is viewing the room and for how long. The suggestions drawer will use our AI intelligence to both update existing block types and recommend new ones based on your call notes, meeting notes, and call transcripts in HubSpot on that deal. And our AI follow-ups can start to write emails for you so that you can introduce your rooms, update prospects on the progress, and even nudge folks to keep them engaged along the way. There's no limit to the number of templates you can have, so pick your most common process, start there, and then start to build additional ones as you learn and grow with Arrows.